Hi, I'd like to start by telling you a little bit about myself. I am originally from Wisconsin. I have been in San Antonio for the last 20 years, and during this last 20 years, I have worked for a uh, private school system for 6 years teaching preschool. I then took position with Northside Independent School District here in San Antonio, and I worked my first 6 years in as a special education instructional assistant in PPCD, the preschool program for children with disabilities. I then went into ALE, and I have been there for the last 6 years. ALE is the assisted learning environment for students grades kinder through fifth. And I have been there, um, and I enjoy my position working with special education students. I'm applying for this position because it is the next logical step. It is what I've had, have inspired to do, and after receiving my degree, I feel that I'm a perfect candidate for this uh, ALE teaching position. I have had, like I said, 12 years of experience. Um, I I like the job, the description. I've worked with an ALE teacher closely for the last 6 years. I understand what the job entails, and I feel that I'm adequately capable of doing the position. Why do I plan on leaving my present job? This is just an obvious progression for me um, to attain what I've worked so hard to get, and that is to complete my degree at Concordia University in education and communication, and become a special education teacher. Um, I can tell you a little bit about my education. I received an associate's degree in accounting uh, many years back, and then I began working towards my business degree and education degree until I decided to approach my education with a multidisciplinary degree focusing on education and communication. I, I feel that once I receive my bachelor's this coming year, um, I, I look forward to someday taking some um, master degree level courses and continuing my education. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about my work experience. I have worked with the special education department with Northside, like I said, for the last 12 years. I feel very confident and working with special needs children. I have went through all necessary training classes that have been offered to me, or classes that I have um, pursued and asked that if I could be a part of. I am up to date on my certification in CPR and um, the AED, the NCI training, which is the nonviolent intervention program for working with special needs children. I have done a lot in my life, and I've worked as a building manager at a huge pharmaceutical company and managed 54 employees under me. But working with children is where I want to be. Why should you hire me? I feel that my reputation and my past employee evaluations, um, the recommendations that I was able to provide for you, speak highly enough about the work that I've done, the attitude that I've had at my position. I'm a positive employee. I'm uh, willing to step in and help out in areas that are in need of my help. I have relevant experience, and I am strongly motivated to work for Northside. I feel that Northside has been like a home to me, and it is a part of my family. What are my strengths? I also have a certification as a professional organizer. I have my certification is still active. I continue to do some organizational work, but more importantly, I address the organizational needs that are necessary in a special education classroom. I organize our closets so that we can find any teaching materials that we need, any resources that we need at the spur of the moment. I feel that a well-organized classroom, especially in special education, is a necessity, and therefore it strongly reflects in the quality of everyone's work. I am very responsible, I'm punctual, I'm positive, I'm attentive, and very caring, which is necessary in working with special education students. Some of my weaknesses would be I am working at a dual language campus, and where most of the employees there speak Spanish and English. I speak very little Spanish. I took 2 semesters of sign language, what I feel pretty good about that. However, I have started receiving some tutoring in Spanish, and I look forward to continuing my my endeavor with that. I feel that I'm not very good at giving self-praise. I think that going into to work every day is not considered work if you enjoy your job, and so therefore that would probably be my biggest weakness, is to when to draw the line to walk out of that classroom. What are my goals in 5 years? I hope to later on, after spending some time teaching in the classroom, I would like to go on to be a supervisor and student services and teach new teachers how to run their classroom, how to be an ALE teacher, to go in and observe and give them ideas of what they need to do better, what they're doing correctly, and that type of thing. I feel that with the years that I've spent there, and I just continue to soak up more information, that this would be something that would come very easy to me, and just the next step that would really be a good job for me in the next 5 years. My biggest achievements so far are raising a family of 2 beautiful boys. I believe that my work ethic, my attendance records have been very good. Education, I mean, have been very good characteristics in my current position. They show that I love what I do. I enjoy going to work, and I'm very serious about being a constant in our students' lives. What characteristics do I feel are necessary in a boss or a colleague? I think that somebody that's willing to cooperate, listen to each other's ideas, um, uh, be a leader when there's a time for that, um, someone that's willing to step up when a department needs uh, someone to represent them, being able um, to just look forward to being a motivator in your department. What motivates me, and how do I motivate others? I think just by being positive. I love working in a positive environment. I love lifting up my coworkers, letting them know that they're doing a good job, as well as the students. I love to work with people. I love to work with students, um, and it's more of a life choice instead of a work choice. What are my salary expectations? I believe that the salary range that Northside provides for their beginning teachers is exceptional, and I wouldn't expect any more than what I've been told is the beginning wage. Um, and and I believe that my salary isn't my deciding factor. I really like the job description, and I really enjoy the opportunity to accept this position and continue working with Northside as a successful employee. I can start the job as ASAP. Looking over the requirements for the date that was listed on the job application looks perfect. I am ready to start as soon as possible. Any questions that I might have would be, as an employer, what continuing education classes would you recommend? And then, do I have any say in the types of continuing education classes that I can take? And what are the goals of our department and here at this school? Are we going to be growing? We now have an ALU unit. Do we see that it might be possible that we open up a AU unit and an ALU unit? I believe that my education at Concordia University prepared me for my degree. The courses that I have taken have prepared me to be an exceptional employee. I have enjoyed my educational classes, the leadership and communication classes, including organizational communication, intercultural experiences, group dynamics. I loved my life and leadership courses, leadership theory and practices. My teaching strategy and assessments class was probably one of my favorites. I appreciate the time you gave me today, and I look forward to hearing back from you. If there is anything else that you need from me, please contact me. Thank you.